Hey everyone, it's Amber here from the Stellar Guitarist, and I'm really excited for today's lesson. I'm going to be teaching you how to play Father and Son by Cat Stevens. This has been a huge request from my followers, so let's jump into the lesson and learn the song together. So the chords we're going to need are a G major. We're also going to need a D. Next is a C. We then have an A minor 7 chord. All we need to do for that is lift up our ring finger off the C chord, and we've got our A minor 7. We're also going to need an E minor chord. And the final chord is a B minor, which is usually played as a bar chord. Now, if this is too tricky for you, we can always play an alternative option. So this is the easy B minor chord. So we're just taking the bar away and we're just adding that first finger into the second fret on the E string. And we strum from the 4th string down. So let's go over and learn the intro of the song. I'm going to teach you 3 options for the intro, starting from the easiest option and working our way up to the most difficult option. So the first thing we need to do is get our strumming pattern for the section correct. So the strumming pattern for the intro sounds like this. So it's going to be down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. So option 1 is where we're just going to be strumming the D, G, and B strings. So we're doing down, down, up, down, up. You're just strumming open strings, but make sure not to include the E and the A or the high E string. Okay, so we're going to be doing down, down, up, down, up. And on that last up strum, we're going to add that A7 chord. So we're going to have down, down, up, down, up. So we're going to add the A7 on the final up. Down, down, up, down, up. So that's level 1, or option 1. The second option, which is slightly more difficult, is we're going to be adding, think of a G chord, but we're going to be playing the G with our 2nd and 3rd finger on the E and A string. And we don't want to include the high string, the high E string again. We're leaving it out. So we're going to be jumping from the 2-fingered G chord with our 2nd and 3rd finger, down, down, up, down, to our A minor 7 on the up. Down, down, up, down, up. And the third option, which is going to sound the most like the original, is we're going to play a G chord, but with our fingers arranged in a slightly different order. So we're going to go back to that 2nd and 3rd finger, playing on the A and E string, and we're going to add the pinky on the high E string. So we're always jumping back to that A minor 7. Doesn't matter which option you're using, option 1, 2, or 3, you're always going to have the A minor 7 on that final up strum. So option 1, option 2, and option 3. There's a melody line that follows this, and in the original, there are actually 2 guitars playing this intro. So the first guitar is playing the part we've just learned. And then there's a second guitar that plays that lead line, that melody line, which is... And if you're fast enough, you can play both parts if you can get from one section to the other section quick enough. So what it would sound like would be... So what we're doing here is we are playing with our first finger on the B string in our first fret, and our pinky is already going to have been in place if you're playing the full G chord for your first section of that intro. And your first finger is actually in place too because of the A minor 7. So you're just picking out those two strings. You're then going to play the B string again, and then we're going to play the E string and slide our pinky into the 5th fret on the high E string. So you're going to maybe want to take some time to practice this intro because it does come in and out of the song a few times. We don't just play it in the beginning, so it will be important to get a firm grip on the entire riff as it is. So we're going to learn the rest of the song in 2 sections. We have the verses and we have the chorus. We've got the chords up on the screen, and let's go through those chords together. We have a G chord to a D to C to A minor, back to G to E minor and A minor 7 and to D again. It's quite a long chord sequence, and each of those chords are going to be getting 2 counts each. So if you are a complete beginner and you haven't mastered your up strums, it will be a great idea to just practice down strums. You could go 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, to C, A minor 7, you're still young, that's your fault. A minor 7 to D. But if you're wanting to level it up a little bit, we can add a strumming pattern which is going to sound like this. Down, 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 up. And we count it 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a. And each chord is going to get that strumming pattern. 1, 2, and a switch. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. G, E minor, A minor 7, and D. And there's a little trick here that I really love to encourage my students to do. It's called a lift up method. So between changes, you're going to use that final up strum to get to your next chord. So if I slow it down, it's going to sound like this. Down, 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 up. So you're lifting up your fingers and you're strumming your up strum as an open stringed strum. So there's no chord that you're squeezing down, but you're using that time to change and get to the next chord in time for the first down strum of the first beat. When we get to the end of verse 1, there is a slight timing change. This can become quite confusing for a beginner, so I'm going to give you the easiest, most simplest way that we can do this. So when you see a star written next to any of the chords, you're going to do 1 down strum. And when you see a number, so for example, the number 3, you're going to strum 3 down strums on that chord. So let's pull up that specific section. We are going to go from the G, which is going to be just our normal pattern, down, 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 up to our E minor, to our D for 1 strum, and then we're going to go back into the riff, which is. So if we add some words there, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. So if we do that one more time, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. So you see how that D major just got 1 strum because there's a little star that indicates just 1 down strum before going back into your riff again. Now, if you are sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, you really want to improve your chord changes and you're ready to transform your guitar skills so that you can start playing all your favorite songs with confidence, then go and check out my course, the Stellar Academy. All the information is linked below this video. I would love to welcome you into the program so that I can help you and support you on your guitar journey. So moving into the chorus, this is where we're going to be introducing that B minor chord shape. So the chords, they're up on the screen. They are going to sound like this. We are on a G, and we're going to be doing our same strumming pattern, switching to our B minor, switch to C, A minor 7, to our G chord, E minor, A minor 7, and to D. So that is going to be our chord sequence for the chorus. So we're just adding that B minor in place of the D, which was played in the verse. Now on the final line of the chorus, we have another rhythmic change. So what we're going to be doing in that final line, we're going to have a G chord with our normal pattern, to E minor, 1 strum on D, and 3 down strums on G, back to D for 1 strum, and to C for 1 strum. So we put that all together, G first, to E minor, 1 strum on D, and 3 strums, to D, and C to riff. If we add in some singing, there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. Now that you know all the sections of the song, let's put it all together. Join me for a play along in the next section of this lesson. A 1, 2, 3, go. It's not time to make a change. Just relax and take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want to, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you've found something going on. But take your time, think a lot. Why think of everything you've got? For you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. How can I try to explain? 'Cause when I do, he turns away again. It's always been the same old story. From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. It's not time to make a change. Just sit down and take it slow. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. at me. I am old, but I'm happy. All the times that I've cried, keeping all the things I knew inside. It's hard, but it's harder to ignore it. If they were right, I'd agree, but it's them, they know, not me. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. That is how you play Father and Son by Cat Stevens on the guitar. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching the lesson. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and come and join the Stellar Guitarist community. Until next week, I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a wonderful day. Bye.